Imagine this, a man walks through a crowded market, someone bumps into him, spills his drink, and without apology, keeps walking. Most people would flare up with anger, lash out, or carry that irritation all day, but this man? He simply smiles, takes a deep breath, and keeps moving forward, completely unshaken. Why? Because he has discovered a secret so powerful it changes everything. No one can make you angry or bother you unless you give them that power. This isn't about ignoring the world or pretending everything is perfect. It's about reclaiming control over your own mind and emotions, building a fortress of peace so strong that no insult, slight, or bad day can penetrate it. Today, you're about to learn how to unlock that freedom, the freedom to stay calm, centered, and unbothered no matter what life throws at you. Because the moment you stop giving your power away, everything changes. Years ago, there was a man named Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. While imprisoned in one of the most brutal concentration camps in history, Viktor witnessed unimaginable cruelty, suffering, and injustice. Every day, prisoners faced dehumanizing conditions designed to break their spirit and crush their hope. But Viktor made a powerful choice. He refused to give his captors the power to control his inner world. He understood that while they could imprison his body, they could never imprison his mind or dictate his emotional state unless he allowed them to. Amidst the horror, Viktor found a deep well of inner peace by consciously choosing not to be angry or bitter at the tormentors. He focused on what he could control: his response, his attitude, and his ability to find meaning even in suffering. This choice didn't make his circumstances easier, but it made him unbreakable. After surviving the camps, Viktor went on to teach the world that true freedom is not freedom from hardship, but freedom from being controlled by how others treat you. His story is a living testament that no one can make you angry or bother you unless you give them permission. And that your greatest power lies in mastering your own mind and emotions. Most people go through life like emotional puppets. Every string pulled by traffic, toxic people, passive-aggressive comments, or a memory that still stings. One look, one tone, one rejection, and boom, they snap. But here's the truth nobody told us growing up. You are not obligated to attend every argument you are invited to. You are not required to absorb every insult thrown your way. And you are not weak for walking away. You're wise. The strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who stays in control when everything around them is trying to break it. So if you're tired of being triggered, tired of wasting your energy, tired of giving other people power over your peace, this message is for you. Because today I'll show you how to stop reacting and start mastering. How to rise above the noise, ignore the bait, and walk through chaos untouched. This isn't about becoming passive, it's about becoming powerful.
Interesting question. We have some retired and in-training officers in class. And they said they've, in their own personal lives and in training, been in situations where you might have to get loud. Get on the ground, motherfucker! Right? I mean, it's hard to not get angry. Some of these situations, and investigators sometimes, the aftermath, when having to investigate and talk to some of these people, trying to justify heinous murders upon children, rape and torture, justifying it because they didn't take their medication, or God or the devil, something from the universe is talking to them. They're hearing voices. I hear voices. You hear this so much, from simple traffic stops to the worst of the worst. Oh, I didn't take my medication. I have anxiety issues. You're upsetting me. It's insane. Absolutely insane. But anyways, yeah, they're saying it's hard sometimes, and we see anger, or what seems like anger, right? Is it anger or passion? Right, it's good to know the difference. It's good to know the difference, that's for sure. Yeah, because so many of us are at a point in our lives and have been for quite some time. It seems like it's always been there, yeah? Ever since we were little kids. You just kind of accept what is. Be happy for what you've got. I think that's why we were always so jolly, always smiling. Not always. I guess it depends on when and where you catch someone. They might be frowning. And now someone who's always smiling, something doesn't seem right. But if they were always frowning and not known to be someone always smiling, that would not seem out of place, right? Same thing, doesn't seem out of place or unusual. It just does only because of the attachment to that thing. Right, if it's a total stranger and you don't know them, I mean, if they look at you and smile, you might smile back, just pass them by. How you doing? Maybe they look at you and they give you an angry look. And I mean, they're coming at you. They're walking right towards you. They look angry. Oh my God, what? Did I do something? I mean, it kind of, someone's facial expression and their body language can really change. I know they actually get funding to do these kind of stupid experiments. To go, oh, okay. If you charge at someone in an angry way, they may respond. Let's see how it responds. I know, and they seem to pick their subject matters very wisely sometimes, don't they? Right, so much of it is just cut and dry, right? T's are crossed, I's are dotted, people are going by the book. But sometimes there's those few, just like any other occupation that might be in bed or motivated by some of these other evil forces we've been talking about. You know those pedo rings, Alex Jones? Those activist groups, traveling bands. Now, there's a lot of good traveling bands, really good ones. More so than bad, we hope, it appears. I think so. And I think oftentimes that many times people who may do things that are bad, like stealing or being mean, they're yelling, they're expressing anger. They're laughing. They won't stop laughing. Can you please stop that? Okay, now that's kind of annoying too. Hold on. It gets really stupid, doesn't it? Yeah, so no, we have some officers, both retired and in training. Right, I mean, you're trained, you got to be passionate. I mean, when you're on the scene and your life is on the line, and people are freaking crazy at an alarming rate, and they're just medicating them more. Their answer to people being over-medicated and raping and torturing children and killing each other at an alarming rate is to give them more medicine. They need more drugs. Right? Demonizing a grass that has never killed anyone. Some say they get a little paranoia from it. Right, I know. It's like you're literally the triple beam scale. That's why they run from it. They run from the truth and they feel like they're walking away from anger. We're strong people. We're going to walk away from anger and people that don't believe what we believe. Yeah, it's sick. And they think they're so strong. And they walk away with their proud strides. Sick fucks. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. The good forces that be are going to continue to push out. We're trying to tell people very nicely there's no threats. Many of them are past where we're at, in many senses. They want these networks exposed. How they get away with it, they've already made the child an animal pornography. We've already been targeted. We told you that. And they got help from a lot of activists and sickos around here who feared the non-vaxxers, wanted to get The bully, Karen. Right. I know. A lot of them over the years don't like us very much. No, we're considered compromised, snitches. And we were put on the programs when we were 18 in the year 2000. We're very well versed with those fundraising companies, police and firefighters up and down the East Coast. The snuff films. Those lines are heavily connected to that, yes, but they just do it, the ones that deserve it, right? The ones that should have been locked up. Right, we were one of those people. I'm not sure how people aren't getting that. Yeah, and we were left for dead in the woods. And when we saw how all that was kind of working and how even people within law enforcement and others are just going along with. I mean, even if they said anything. Right, so we were very much in contact with a lot of people back in those days, and we were on a lot of programs, and we were also chipped. Back in those days, if you look at the microchip programming and how they were experimenting with chipping people, with listening and tracking devices, it's not a secret, right? And over the years, whenever you just try to bring up those simple facts so people understand, and some of them do get it when you try to say, hey, it's not my fault. They can hear and see everything. I don't make a call. I don't have to snitch. They just hear and see and they act upon it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't work for anybody. In fact, would you please knock it off? Yeah, because it really pisses them off and then they want to target me. And those people know that. It's very systematic. Yeah, a lot of people understand these things. They know how a lot of these investigations work, and so many innocent people get caught up in their nasty fucking games and bullshit. When you look into all these stupid fucking prostitution stings and grown men posing as 13-year-old girls going around to the schools to message the school teachers to see if anyone bites, you're going to try to meet up with a teenager? Right? Okay. Very weird. And it's like when they're doing this with teachers that don't have children in their custody behind closed doors in a private setting. They're in public spaces, many that are being videotaped. Most of the kids have phones too these days. So, right. So I'm not saying that it's not important to go around and get the people that might be creepy, get them out of there. We don't want them in our schools, right? Unbelievable. Yeah, there's a lot of children behind closed doors in the hands of these sick punks that really love you people and all your little sting operations, drug investigations. Get the cartel family, Karens, non-vaxxers, bullies. Yeah, when you see how that plays into the political world and how they won't even fucking talk about it. Pfizer, Pfizer, Pfizer. Even people on YouTube. Can't talk about the vaccines, gotta go to Rumble. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a joke. It's such a fucking joke. And the fact that this isn't being talked about and how fucking stupid it is. And that people are carrying on in their little clink worlds, pumping themselves up and promoting these dangerous drugs and chemicals that are causing a lot of the illnesses, viruses, infectious disease. They're pumping them into everybody. Hello? My God. You know what? I haven't had a flu shot or vaccines in decades. In fact, in 2006, when I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, Dr. Bernard Raxlin and a good handful of doctors I was dealing with when it came to that specifically, you know, it changed my life, really. Just some simple things and learning about those things. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, when you see how a lot of these doctors and other people have been attacked over the years, their licenses get threatened. We've seen a lot of good people get taken out in these cycles, and now once again, it's actually on Fox News this time, and it's interesting, the ones they choose to talk about, isn't it? And then they do put it on there, and they don't even talk about Like the actual root takeaways. Just, oh, they're disappearing. Dad, someone was vaporized. Oh my God. Directly connected to the nuclear propulsion source field investigations we've been talking about. No way. Again? All right, you can go back. Dude, you can go back and we'll show you each of these cycles and how you have private investigators, doctors, scientists, and all these people that disappear, get killed, overdoses, disappearances, strange accidents, from the citizens all the way up to the professional investigations and top-notch funding experiments. They know this. And they're trying to get people to wake up too. I think they're disgusted with how sick and demented people are, all caught up in the nasty delusional bullshit that doesn't even exist, and they seem to completely miss the human elements. Yeah, when you see some of the pit stops along these lines for the animal activists and the feeding to the chasers and the watchers, animal activists. I mean, look at these places and what's been happening. Connect the dots. Where's Nancy? Ghislaine Maxwell, P. Diddy, Epstein Island. It's not that fucking hard to figure out. Dollywood. Pizza places in New York. Jesus Christ. Borderline, seems like I'm going to lose my mind. And they really believe. What do they believe? I know some of them believe some pretty fucked up shit, huh? They invest. They think they're doing it under some kind of guise, and that people aren't thinking, what the fuck? Don't even want to shake your hand. I don't even want to look in your eyes. Gross. It's tempting. It's tempting. Sometimes you're tempted to look into the eyes of something that could do something so evil and horrible. Ask it why. What were you motivated by? Intentions. Right, because I mean, I've seen someone getting the shit beat out of them pretty bad, right? You see it, you've seen it, yeah, I know. Whether it's a professional UFC fight or maybe you're walking up the road. Someone's getting beat up. You want to help them, right? That's horrible. Hey, you gotta help this person getting beat up. That's horrible. You should not do that, right? It's just a total random. They had an innocent person just came out of nowhere. The psycho is beating him up. We should help him, right? Well, hold on a second. That's not a psycho person. Yeah, no, that's a father, and the person they're beating up just raped and killed his daughter. Oh, okay. Carry on. Here, I'll put my boot in this. I'll give him a kick too, if that's the case. And then for me to do that just because someone said that, and I just take that, oh, okay, that's why, and I jump in, yeah, you deserve it. It's stupid, right? I mean, in those situations, if there aren't police there, hopefully there's enough adults that could separate, find out what's going on. Hey, why are you doing that? What'd you do to deserve this? Hold on. What's going on? It was a mutual dispute. Okay, well, you guys want to take it into a private area or something? We got kids out here. You're bleeding on the street. Someone might step in it. Catch an infectious disease. Yeah, I see your needle marks. Lord knows what you've been injecting, and now your blood's on the street. Someone could catch something if you had a bad batch, you know? That simple. Anyways, I mean, it's like these things are so easy to understand, and it seems like people just completely want to put up all these walls and veils and walk away from the truth and feel like they're good, strong people. We're not going to be yelled at and called names. I know, and over the years, like, none of that took place. People were so nice, trying to bring... I remember 2003 to 2007? A lot of these good forces trying to help people understand the overprescribing of SSRIs and the detrimental effects that has on people with holy blood-brain barriers. And they said we were going to see what we've been seeing and witnessing. Yeah. And it's so sad, the youngsters, you know, a lot of these 20, 30-year-olds, think 10, 15 years ago. They were 10, 15-year-old kids being medicated by these fucking psychos. Go back, and what was everything, what was going on? Public school systems and the targeting of people. I know. It was being watched very closely. Deep in the heart of Texas. Anyways, much love, health, and peace, everybody. I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they're supposed to do to help these children. If you have any suggestions as to how we can get people to speak the truth and do what's right, it's beyond me. It seems like many are controlled into being silenced and just yakking on about how others are controlled. Turn that mirror. It's okay. Alrighty, much love, everybody. Take care now. Yeah, we're gonna go do some stretches. Well, I guess we don't have to go anywhere. We're gonna be right here. I just meant go off of this stream. Yeah, we have 3 different ones going right now, so we're gonna cut this one, and I'll see you in yoga class. Shavasana.